Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Robot Spirits or Robot Damashii. We have the Destiny Impulse Gundam. This is the 200th release for that particular line, and it makes it a little bit special. And also, I got this from Tatu Hobby, and actually Alex from Tatu convinced me to get this. For one, it has an awesome box art, and this is just cool, really nice box art. But initially, I wasn't planning to getting it because it has that pink or purplish pink color scheme. Not a fan of that color. It's kind of like Transam. Not that it's a bad thing, just I find it a little bland. Kind of like how I felt with the Strike Rouge before. Then lately, I'm okay with it. It's one of those designs that it takes a little while for me to get used to. I do like Destiny. It's one of my favorite designs in Seed, but this one has the Force Impulse body, so it's a little different. But we'll see. But anyways, I got this from Tatu Hobby. I don't think they have this available, and I probably got the last one. But you could probably get more, and you can always inquire about it. I'll provide the link down below. And here we go. It's actually a long box. This is not an exclusive, it's a regular release, which is great. Probably around $50–60. There we go. The back side. Actually, another thing that I didn't like, but which we'll discuss a bit further, is the cannons on the back. It's a little weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box art. Let's take a look inside. Alright, so we have the Destiny Impulse here. Now, just heads up, this character or Gundam design I'm not too familiar with. It might have been part of a side story. But nonetheless, it looks great. Now let's talk about the color. We have actually painted parts here, or for what it seems like. The chest here, we got painted gold, as well as the tip of the top part of the V-fin. Quite nice. You got your painted eyes as usual. It's that metallic blue right there. You got the metallic blue onto the forearms, that nice jewel. And on the front skirt, we have this pearlescent pink. It's a nice touch. And the yellow triangles here, I think that might have been painted as well. Otherwise, you have your standard colored plastic. But the color choice is actually nice. That's oh, I'm not sure if you call that the fuchsia color, kind of like a pinkish purple. That might be it, but it's a nice shade of pink or purple, somewhere in between. Yeah, I'm starting to really like the color scheme and design. Slowly, but I'm getting there. Anyways, let's go over articulation. It's pretty much your standard robot Damashii, or particularly for the seed design. You have your neck here. It's a bit limited, but you can look down, maybe a little bit up. You can look side to side. The V-fin is fragile, and I think that goes for all robot Damashii, so be careful on that one. This does not come with any spares. So if you break it, yeah, that sucks. So be careful on that one. You only got one. I still wish they've add another spare, even though sometimes they added the soft ones. I actually prefer the soft one. I always put that on just in case. Otherwise, they could have given us another spare hard one. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But I think there's a trade-off. They might have glued this in place already. If they put it detachable, there's a tendency for it to be to pop off and people will lose it. So probably they've just decided we'll just have one and glue it in place. Anyways, moving on. We have the shoulder here. It's on a hinge. You have a fairly good articulation on that. Bicep swivel, elbow bend, quite nice. We have this part here, kind of reminds me of the Destiny, but it's not detachable, or none of the instructions say that you can do anything with it. So it's part of the mold on the elbow. It's not too bad, but would have been great if we have that functional. And you have the wrist joint here. And this forearm guards you can remove. You can probably attach this to another, maybe the Strike or the Force Impulse. I'm not sure that's out yet, or if they probably are making that. So there we go. You can detach those armor and mix and match. So that's great. You also have the swivel, or kind of like a swivel, which you can move the whole arm forward like this. So that's a nice articulation there. Better range. And also for the torso, they have this interesting joint where as you move down, kind of give you the up crunch. The torso stays there, but the top part kind of moves. It's kind of interesting design. I like it. Kind of makes you look it's like really close to it, but not really. It didn't really move much. But nonetheless, not bad. You have your waist articulation here. Mine's a little stiff. I think it's might have been a ball joint there. Now for the skirts, you have the front skirt here. You can move up. It's in a ball joint as well as the side. The back skirt's always fixed. You could probably detach that, but that's there. Now for the waist, you can move forward, back, and it has that kind of like the swivel hinge there. So you can move that or rock it back and forth. You can move it to the side. You got your swivel. You got your knee bend. It's not bad, but it could have been better. Then again, it's kind of hard to design a nice looking knee when it's bent. I mean, the only way to make it look nice if this thing is also moved, but that's gonna make the design a little bit more complicated. So it's not bad. Let's put it that. Then you get your vents here. It's molded too, so it's not just a flat inside, so that's nice. You got your ankle joint here. You got your shin guard. This is connected on the inside part. Then you have your toe articulation there. So there you go. Quite nice. Also, I find that if you fold it like this kind of reminds me of frame arms. Those Kotsubukiya kits. It actually kind of looks nice in a way. Kind of gives you a bit more leg room, I guess. Well, I guess it doesn't really because it keeps hitting that. But yeah, it feels like you're having more leg room there, having that. Or maybe I should flip this over. I can swap that. Let me see if I can do that here. Just for curiosity, I always like try out. See, that kind of works out. Doesn't really give you much protection on the torso, but then again, when you get shot there, you're pretty much out. Oh yeah, that kind of looks great. It's a little bit more streamlined. I mean, it does kind of limit your waist movement. Well, not really. I mean, it just goes up. It looks a little bit weird, but not too bad. But I kind of like that when you flip it like that. So, well, it'll look weird on the review, but there we go. That's an option there. Alright, so for the backpack / wings, we have this. It's a bit simple. We have the design of the Destiny wings there, which kind of goes in between, which is nice. Definitely could have been better with a little bit more paint app, but that's gonna be for us to work on. Maybe panel lines, maybe paint a little bit on this inside parts there. I think that could make this a little bit better, or even the fins here, paint that differently. Maybe if I can find that pearlescent pink. Otherwise, we have this, which is for the sword, and we're just gonna attach it. I believe, I think like this, and this is kind of like just a snap-on. You just press it on, and that's how it's connected. There is another one here. I didn't put the effect parts yet, but while we're at it, so here's the sword. You got that metallic gunmetal on the edges. It's a really nice touch. Luckily, I don't have any kind of like nub mark or paint mishap on this one, which is great. Attaching this one, I believe, okay, so we're just gonna match it. There's a little tab there. Goes on to that. And maybe this is probably better. Put it here first. And there we go. It's kind of weird angled. Maybe push it a little bit more, but yeah, that's kind of looks weird. Let's do the other side. Yeah, that kind of looks a little odd. I think it's because there's a gap there, but I think that's kind of how it is. Anyway, so we can attach it here. There we go. Oops. There's also an attachment onto the side here, peg. That might have been for... I'm trying to look here on the instructions. Doesn't really say what they are for, but they could be connected for something else. Yeah. So yeah, we got the backpack here. Now for, I guess, the cannons on the back. This is a design that I'm not too fond of. I mean, you can move this up here, which is great, and you can rotate the whole wings. Actually, let's take off this for now. Let's see here. There we go. So you can move this, or even you can even take this out. I think there was a well, because you can put this underneath the arms like this, but I'll just keep it overhead. The design that I don't like on this one is the scope. Yeah, it's too bulky. I'm more a fan of the kind of like square scope. Yeah, this is just too big, and the color it's kind of like a silver with a slight hint of blue or a bluish gray, and I don't know, it's just not my style. Even on the rifle, they have that similar thing, but this one's smaller, which is not too bad. But the cannon here, well, then again, it's long range cannon, so they probably have reasons why they did that. So you have a fairly good articulation there, which we'll go over. Now, grabbing your Destiny Impulse here, to attach that, look on the back side here, we have to remove this back plate. I kind of wish it kind of stayed and were just another attachment, but unfortunately we have to remove this. Then we have a connector right here. You got that 2 pegs and kind of like a attachment. So you peg that here. You got that tab now. Otherwise, if you have a strike, there is an extra connector here which you can use, I believe. Or maybe this is for something else. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but they provide this as well. Alright, so connecting this on. Oh, that's what it is. My mistake. So you can use this for, I believe, the strike. The add-on or any backpack strike. So that's what it's for. I was kind of confused there for a second. Then you can use this on the strike, so you can add on or use the Destiny Impulse backpack. This should have stayed on because we just need those corner pegs. And there we go. Alright, so mystery solved. And we have that. Now the next thing is you definitely need to have a Damashii stand. Unfortunately, they don't give you one. Yep, it's always sold separately. And nonetheless, they're actually relatively cheap. So this is a Stage Act 5 with this base shape. If you get the rectangular one, they're the Stage 4 or Act 4. They're all the same, just depending on how you like the base design. And I highly recommend getting a couple of those. They're just great to have. Let's see here. We have the base attachment here, and it just goes underneath, I believe. Kind of hides that screw. It holds the waist together. There we go. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on the back side here. You can also strap the rifle on the back here. There's a tab. Yep. Just want to show that. Scope here is movable as well. And attach this here. There we go. I actually tried putting on let's see here, the real grade wings. The Wings of Light. I'm not sure if they have one for Robot Damashii. I do have the Destiny Gundam. I haven't opened it yet. It's one of the old ones. Probably doesn't have the upgraded joints yet. And I heard stories about the Strike Freedom. I want to get a Robot Damashii Strike Freedom, but I heard it's not that great. So I might wait. You never know. They might reissue it or make a new mold of it, like a renewal version. And there we go. So wait, what happened here? Alright. So we open up the wings. That peg does not stay for some weird reason. Not a secure. But anyways. So there we go. Yeah, you can move that separately as well. So depending on how you want maybe like this. That's probably the best way to put it. And let's go over the different hands. Alright, so let's go over the hands. We have quite a bit. So we have a pair of hands here. Your wide hand for that particular gesture. Then you have a pair for holding the Excalibur. I just looked it up. This is the anti-ship laser sword. And also we have a pair for the trigger finger hands. Yep. So this is for the rifle, predominantly. It can really hold those those big cannons on the back. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap out, probably dual wield those anti-ship swords here. Alright, I don't think you can take this out. So it's one of those where you kind of have to play around with the hand, and I'm not too fan of that, but let's see how hard this is. Okay, that's not too hard. And also, you can take the other one and connect it together. So you can have that dual wielding thing, which is nice. But for this one, I'm just gonna have them separately. Let's do the same thing for the other side here. So I kind of put it in between the thumb and the rest of the hands, and I'm just gonna open this up first. There we go. Take your time. Try not to pick the figure. As you go in there, and you kind of just have to wiggle it around or roll it. Alright. Hopefully I'm not stressing much on the base of the thumb there. Alright. Such a weird design because you have a blade here, but you got the laser, and you just need a laser. There's really no need to have a double edge, but I guess you kind of made it like a sword. Alright, so let's swap this out. Pop out this bolt joint. Put this on here. Hopefully it doesn't... there we go. And sometimes the wrist joint kind of plays around, especially if it's long. This one actually worked out quite well. Pop that out. Put this on here. Alright, so nope, that's not attached yet. There we go. Alright, and that looks great. Now you can pretty much put all the weapons on it. Another thing that I just found out, so for this one, while I was reading the names, it says a telescoping the cannon. And it says it goes full extent. Okay, and then I forgot to in the instruction it does tell you to extend it, so it does go a little bit further. So that difference in length, that's really nice that you can do that. That's cool. It's a simple gimmick, but definitely having that extra range there or extra length, that's nice. Maybe kind of pull this back here, kind of rest on the shoulder. And there you go. Oh man, that's really cool. Yeah, definitely you can see the Destiny in there, and when you look at the base core, or just a Gundam. You see the 4 symbols. Yeah, definitely, this is a really nice Gundam. Yeah, I'm really liking it now. Really cool. And again, this is a normal release. Definitely a must get if you like a seed design like myself. Yeah, well worth picking up. It has a lot of accessories. Well, not quite. It doesn't have beam sabers. It doesn't have that boomerang thing from the forearms. But from what you're getting, you get a rifle. You get those 2 anti-ships. You get the wings, and you have the bazookas on, or the cannons on the back. I think that's plenty enough. And yeah, this is really nice. Anyways, that's about it for this review. If you got questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer those for you. Again, I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I'll provide the link below for inquiries. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.